And it's not just here at Stoke. What's the purpose? How did it come about?
Yeah, so Horatios Garden is a national charity, and we build gardens and we care for them and we run them as thriving communities in the NHS's spinal injury centres. There's 11 specialist spinal injury centres. Stoke Mandeville is the biggest one, but there's 11 around the UK. And at the moment we have 6 projects in them, and we aim to bring gardens which are really places for patients during long stays in hospital after spinal injuries, to rehabilitate in to all the UK spinal injury centres within the next 5 years.
And I'm guessing there's somebody that's inspired this, and with the fact that it's called Horatio, there's probably a link.
That's right. So Horatio was my eldest son, and Horatio wanted to be a doctor, and he was a volunteer in the spinal injury centre in Salisbury, where we live and where my husband's a consultant spinal surgeon. And during the time he was volunteering, he talked to patients and he realised that everybody wanted to get outside. Not surprisingly, we all know how being outside can make us feel better. But this really kind of bothered Horatio and worried him, and he did a questionnaire and he talked to patients and to staff and came up with the idea of a really beautiful, accessible garden for patients to get to right out from the wards, but that it didn't remind them of their disabilities. It was somewhere to just get away from everything that was clinical and everything that was happening to them. And he started fundraising, and we had some back of an envelope plans and designs. And then 11 years ago, on the 5th of August actually, 2011, Horatio had gone on a trip to Svalbard with a group of young people, and tragedy struck and his camp was attacked by a polar bear. And in the terrible thing that happened, Horatio tried to buy time for his friends to get away, and he was attacked and killed. And in the aftermath of that awfulness, this sort of thread of extraordinary goodwill and kindness and a sort of ripple of people who were moved by Horatio's story and wanted to do something. We were given a fund of money from lots and lots of different people, and so we decided that we could put Horatio's ideas into action and really create something rather special. And within a year we'd opened the first garden, so that's 10 years ago, in Salisbury at the South West Regional Spinal Injury Centre. And then since then, seeing the impact on patients who've had life-changing injuries, so become paralysed, and you'll see here at Stoke Mandeville where it can happen to any one of us at any time in our lives, any age. And when it happens, you're in hospital for a long time and you have a lot of physical but also psychological adjustments to make for not only you but your friends and your family as well. So everybody's in a really difficult situation while spending 6 months, sometimes even longer, in an NHS hospital. So while you get fantastic clinical care, it's that care for the soul, the care for your well-being, your mental health and emotional and spiritual recovery that the garden can offer. So we have a beautiful garden. The garden here is designed by Joe Swift. It was opened in 2018 and it's been serving patients here. We have a head gardener, we have a team of volunteers, we have an arts programme, live music, artists in residence, garden therapy. Lots of tea and cake are always essential, and it's about lifting spirits and giving people those moments that they can kind of recover, find hope for the future, gather their energy and look to a new horizon as they recover from these type of very difficult injuries.
So today you've got a load of cyclists.
Yes, so we have just welcomed in the At Horatio's cycle team. They've been cycling over the last 10 days to all the UK's spinal injury centres. They started in Belfast last Sunday, and they've been to Glasgow, to Middlesbrough, Wakefield, to Sheffield, across to Southport, down to Oswestry, then to Cardiff, where our latest Horatio's garden is, and then on today to Stoke Mandeville, this afternoon to the Royal National Orthopaedic Hospital in Stanmore, and then tomorrow for the finale, finishing in Salisbury, where we hope to have a big welcome, and then they can all lie down and recover from what will have been 1,100 miles cycled, 11 spinal units visited in 11 days. They're trying to raise funds and money so that we can continue to run these projects through these challenging times that we've had. And anyone who'd like to donate, we will be so grateful grateful. It's at Horatio Cycle or through our website horatiosgarden.org.uk.